What's up, everybody? My name is Ethan Teo, representing the UHABSA. I'm here with Ralph Degala. You may know him as the finalist on MasterChef Season 9, or you may know him as the founder of ABSA, of our beautiful org.
Yep.
He graduated with an accounting degree.
Yeah, I graduated with an accounting degree back in 2012.
2012.
So it was 10 years ago. I feel so old, but man, what a beautiful organization, and you know, it's good to be back to be doing this podcast with Eden. I know this is the first one, but hey, there's a lot more coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, you know?
Yep.
Let's pop these open. These might be melted a little bit. But,
no biggie. Shout out to T-Top.
T-Top. We got the Earl Grey, half sweet. I got the same thing for you.
Where's T-Top at?
T-Top's in Bel Air.
Okay.
Chinatown. So. All right.
Man, humid. Cool, man.
You know,
let's go.
First question. Just wanted to say, you know, your quote, right? We keep saying your quote. You know, success is not a destination; it's a journey, right? And I just wanted to know a little bit about your whole vision in building ABSA. What was the whole context behind wanting to build it?
Cool. So I'll kind of go two ways. The first part is the quote itself, and then I think ABSA as a whole. So the quote was, man, we were thinking of like a slogan for ABSA when we first started, right?
Right.
People were coming up with like, you know, taglines here and there, but I was like, I think it should be success, not a destination, it's a journey.
Right.
Just because nobody else in Bauer, nobody else at, you know, UH had that slogan. And there's multiple people that had it before, so I'm not even gonna take a credit, but that was the quote that I love, because even just Bauer alone, or in my personal life, it's like, I saw my parents' success. It was, there was never a final place on where you feel like you've reached success. It's always a journey, and there's like the journey after that. And it's always been a recurring theme, and I think that's why the quote is so resonating amongst like alumni and members, because man, for people that to step out of high school to ABSA, to University of Houston, to like getting their first interview, to getting their first job, or their first internship, it's just like actually the beginning for the rest of their life.
Right.
And so it's a journey. And you know, ABSA, if ABSA can be a part of that, you know, that makes it great, right? For ABSA, the organization itself, it was the most selfless thing that I think me and some of the other founding members had in mind. None of us were like, we were literally like, the reason why our founding members are still, I wouldn't say like active in the background scene or always promoting it, is that we all had a simple goal in mind.
Simple. Right?
It was like, we want to have this like community here, or like this beacon, so that every every like student that comes in here after this has that resource that we never had.
A serious question here submitted by one of our members of ABSA actually, and he's wondering, what advice do you have to recommend someone who wants to start and grow their org to the extent of ABSA?
Okay. I think what you need to do is have a badass team.
Yeah. Because
one person can do a lot, but when you have a team, it could just be one or two other people. When you have the same vision, and everybody kind of like generally knows like how to do more than one thing, you can achieve like so much. Like you can achieve the craziest things you probably didn't even imagine. Like you watch most like startups or documentaries, it's like 2 or 3 people. So with that org, you need to find like two other people that you're really down with, and have the same vision, because people are gonna get burnt out quick. But when you have the same vision and you're like really hungry for this, there's no failure. There's no like, oh bro, I'm tired. Like, actually no, like, hey, this didn't work out, let's try this because I think it's gonna work out.
So I have a sort of like the Hot Ones thing, familiar with the whole Instagram thing. I want to show you this post that you posted here on your Instagram.
Okay.
And you know, you're cooking. I'm not really sure what moment this was in the competition, but that's Gordon Ramsay talking to you, and I can only imagine what the voice he was saying. You know, like add a dash of olive oil, or you know, whatever he's saying in his accent. But do you remember the context of the situation, or what sort of advice? Yeah, he was giving you.
That was actually a seafood challenge.
The seafood?
That was like a seafood challenge where we had to do a dish with like a seafood basket. There was crawfish, like things you find in Cajun boil fish. And actually, he was talking to me because I had like too many things going on. I was like,
too many things.
I was like cooking crawfish, like filleting a fish, peeling shrimp. I was making a stock. I was making jambalaya actually for this dish.
Okay, jambalaya.
And I was like kind of doubting myself. I was like, man, I don't know like if this jambalaya sauce is good, I'm missing something. And he tasted it. He was like, Ralph, like it's actually hella good. So like just make sure you like, you know, like don't overdo it. Just kind of like, you know, concentrate on that jambalaya bowl. Don't worry about the flavors. It doesn't need any salt. It's good. I was like, oh shit, let's go.
So he was just pumping you up.
Yeah, he was pumping me up, man. And
now that pretty much wraps up the whole like interview portion of it.
Awesome.
I want to give you like about like 30 minutes to a minute, however much time you need to sort of like tell the camera, tell the audience watching any message that you have in general, something you want to tell ABSA or like a project you've been working on. You know, anything you want to say.
So guys, my name is Ralph. Project that I've been working on for a while is a chicken shawarma pop-up. I was born in, a lot of people don't know is that, you know, Filipino, I was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I lived there for 10 years and my childhood dish is like a chicken shawarma. So if you've never had it, it's like a pita bread with like garlic sauce, toom. You have like chicken and then like some places put French fries in there, like lettuce, tomato, and it's like one of the best sandwiches. The top two in Houston are like Shawarma King and of course, oh my God, what's it called? What's that place called? Like on that supermarket right there on like in downtown. And also Craft Pita. So those are the top 3 in Houston. Those are good. So I'm working on that. But let's see. Besides that, I'm just in LA pursuing. I don't know what the hell I'm pursuing in LA. But big shout out to the current team, all the members. Like this organization is nothing without y'all. Like we had, you know, we were there like when we started it. But just as any organization, any like company, any brand out there, it's the teams, the new teams that really bring it to the next level. So big shout out to y'all. And I hope you guys enjoyed this first podcast. Shout out to Ethan and the team. So that's it, go Cougs.
All right, thank you so much, Ralph.